Cemeteries are places we associate with peace and respect. A sanctuary for memory and mourning. We trust the caretakers, believing their quiet presence ensures the sanctity of these grounds. But what if that trust is misplaced? What if the silence we find comforting is actually a cover for something sinister? Evil doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it wears the uniform of a groundskeeper. The stillness of a cemetery can be the perfect shield for unimaginable acts. This is the story of Harold Finch, a man whose routine and invisibility allowed him to commit unspeakable crimes. He exploited our assumptions, turning a place of remembrance into a private domain of horror. The victims, women overlooked in life, and nearly erased in death, deserve to be remembered. Sometimes, evil hides in plain sight, protected by the very routines we never question. This story asks us to look closer, to question the quiet, and to never take safety for granted. Harold Finch was the definition of ordinary, a quiet, dependable night shift groundskeeper at Oakwood Memorial Cemetery for over 15 years. He arrived at dusk, worked alone, and kept to himself, blending into the background. His routine was so predictable, his presence so unremarkable, that no one ever questioned him. Finch's meticulous work made him trustworthy in his employer's eyes. No one checked on him during his long, solitary shifts. In a vast, isolated cemetery, this autonomy became total freedom. For 10 hours a night, Finch was the sole authority, with keys to every gate and shed. Residents saw his truck at odd hours but thought nothing of it. He was just the groundskeeper. His invisibility was his greatest asset. He hid not in shadows, but in plain sight. The mundane became his camouflage, allowing him to move unnoticed. No one ever wondered what he did in the long, dark hours of the night. He was the quiet man tending graves, and that was all anyone saw. But beneath that routine, something far darker was unfolding. While Finch worked, women from the margins of society began to disappear. Transients, those battling addiction, sex workers, their cases barely made the news, quickly fading from public memory. Police saw no connection, the disappearances seemed isolated, the victims easy to overlook. Investigations stalled, no witnesses, no evidence, just families left with questions. Finch's night shifts gave him the perfect cover time, privacy, and the tools to hide his crimes. The cemetery became his private disposal ground, its silence masking every trace. No one heard the cries for help, no one noticed a vehicle entering after dark. Finch operated with impunity, invisible to both the community and the police. Authorities searched for a suspect who fit a different profile, never suspecting the quiet groundskeeper. The connection was there all along, hidden in routine. The unseen hours of Finch's shift mirrored the unheard cries of his victims. The silence of the cemetery became the silence of the missing. Finch's method was chillingly simple. He hid his victims beneath the coffins of the newly deceased. As the groundskeeper, he knew the burial schedule and had access to every plot. On his night shifts, he'd dig graves deeper than required, place a body at the bottom, then backfill to the standard depth. By morning, the grave looked untouched, ready for a legitimate burial. Families mourned above, never knowing another soul lay hidden below. Finch's precision made his crimes nearly undetectable. He was patient, methodical, and disciplined. The very tools of his trade became his accomplices. The cemetery, meant for peace, became his secret ledger of violence. Each new burial was a chance to bury another secret, hidden beneath layers of earth and ceremony. For years, Finch's system was flawless, until technology intervened. An analyst noticed a pattern: missing women last seen near Oakwood Memorial. Detectives cross-referenced disappearances with Finch's work schedule and found a chilling correlation. With a warrant, investigators faced a daunting task: how to search 200 acres of graves. Ground-penetrating radar, or GPR, became their answer. GPR detects anomalies beneath the soil, revealing disturbances invisible to the eye. Investigators focused on graves dug during Finch's shifts. The first scan revealed a second, hidden disturbance beneath a coffin. Plot after plot, the same pattern emerged. Finch's secret was finally exposed. Technology provided the proof that silence had hidden for years. The ground itself began to reveal the horror buried within. The GPR findings led to Finch's quiet arrest. No struggle, no emotion, just resignation. In interrogation, he described his crimes with chilling detachment, as if discussing routine maintenance. He explained his method, recalling each victim and plot with unnerving clarity. There was no remorse, no apology, just a void where empathy should be. When asked why, Finch simply said, "Because I could." He never feared being caught, trusting that no one would disturb a grave. Society's respect for the dead became his shield. The community was stunned. The unassuming groundskeeper was a predator hiding in plain sight. Finch's confidence in his invisibility was a stark indictment of our collective assumptions. His crimes forced everyone to question what they thought they knew about safety and trust. The Harold Finch case is a chilling reminder that danger can hide in the most ordinary places. We trust certain spaces, cemeteries, schools, churches, believing their nature protects us, but this trust can create blind spots easily exploited by those who mean harm. Finch's crimes show that evil can wear a uniform and follow a routine. The silence that protected him was mirrored by society's indifference to his victims. These women were easy to ignore, and their disappearances easy to forget. Our politeness and reluctance to question the status quo can have a terrible cost. We must remember the victims, not as statistics, but as individuals whose lives mattered. No place is inherently safe. Vigilance and awareness are our best defenses. We owe it to the lost to challenge the quiet and demand accountability, ensuring sacred ground never hides such secrets again.